The 2019 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the app about how the Clippers should pitch Kawhi Leonard on their franchise. Of course, the difficult part is, as I said at the top of the show, no one really knows what Kawhi wants in a team. So, Scotty, other than being in Los Angeles, what would you say would make the Clippers appealing to Kawhi?
Eligible. The report adds CP3 went to management, demanded a trade, while Harden issued a him or me edict. So, and to make things even worse, reportedly, Harden and CP3 went 2 months without speaking to each other during the season. Now, Harden hasn't returned CP3's attempts at communication this offseason. Shannon, what should Houston do about this situation?
Hey guys, what is up? And welcome back to some more NBA talk. Episode 2 of this podcast type web series that I'll be doing throughout the off-season and hopefully throughout the whole of next NBA season. If you don't know much about the web series, you haven't watched the first episode, just be talking probably the main topics that are around the NBA at the moment. Also talking basketball in general, can be from any other leagues if I see anything they want to talk about, and I think that I'd want to put my opinion on. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the video. So we start with the NBA awards. The NBA awards were today, or yesterday, if you guys are seeing this video at a certain time. We learnt that Giannis Antetokounmpo was the MVP of the regular season. Well deserving, I think, for Giannis. James Harden also was. I've seen a few posts all over Instagram, Facebook that he was snubbed. Even Houston Rockets, as you guys can see right here, posted this on Facebook, congratulating Giannis, but also not necessarily saying that James Harden should have won, but they posted pretty much all the stats of what James Harden. So James Harden, Paul George, and Giannis Antetokounmpo were the three finalists. I did have Giannis in my predictions. I did think Giannis would win the MVP, and he was the best player on the best team all year. So no shock there, really. Rudy Gobert won his second straight Defensive Player of the Year. Well-deserved also. He's a massive defensive unit for the Utah Jazz. Siakam won Most Improved Player. I thought D'Angelo Russell was a massive chance for this. I actually had him winning the Most Improved Player. They've gave it to Siakam, well-deserved as well. I think he went from averaging 6 points all the way to 16 points in a year. Also won a championship, was huge in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, and also a well-deserving award. Coach of the Year, Mike Budenholzer from the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks did make the Eastern Conference Finals, and they were eventually knocked out by the Toronto Raptors, but they were the best team all year. I think they finished, I'm not too sure what their record was. I think it was like 60-22 or 63 and something. I know they won over 60 games around that mark. So they did get a Coach of the Year and MVP award on the night. Milwaukee were the best team through the whole year. I believe. I just think they come unstuck in the playoffs, and I think with the NBA opening right up next year with Golden State losing Klay and KD, there's going to be a massive chance for them to really, and if there's a chance that Kawhi Leonard goes to the Clippers in free agency, which we will be talking about in a bit later, there will be a massive chance for the competition to open wide up for Milwaukee and teams like that. So I do expect Milwaukee to bounce back, and they will come back even better next year. And I do believe they're definitely going to be a chance to win the finals next season. Not alone just get there, but I do believe they will take out the Eastern Conference next year. So Sixth Man of the Year was Lou Williams. I think he's won his third now. Him and Jamal Crawford are the only players to win 3 Sixth Man of the Years. Lou Williams, he was awesome this year. I reckon he was snubbed to be an All-Star. He comes in, he scores for the Clippers, and I think any team would love to have a Lou Williams on their side. I was reading some of the Lakers past players, and Lou Williams was one of them. And I still can't believe the Lakers didn't keep Lou Williams around, because imagine coming off the bench with LeBron James there as well. It would have been crazy to have Lou on that team. So Lou Williams took out the Sixth Man of the Year, and Rookie of the Year was Luka Doncic, who I think we all agreed that Luka was going to win Rookie of the Year. was huge for Dallas this year, and now that he's paired with Kristaps Porzingis, I think sky's the limit for them too. The two players. Also, Luka, I think the ballot results was he got 98 out of a possible 100 votes, and Trae Young only got 2 votes. So there was a few people saying that Trae Young should have went close to the Rookie of the Year, but even Dirk Nowitzki posted something there. He said the Rookie of the Year is not the leader of the second half of the year, because Luka Doncic was Rookie of the Year through the whole year. He was so consistent and well deserving. So wrapping up these NBA awards, Derrick Rose also won. I think it was the most emotional moment or something like that. I felt like this was a pretty lackluster NBA awards ceremony. We seen James Harden didn't even attend. So when I seen he didn't attend, I had a feeling that the league may have told him that he wasn't actually going to win the NBA MVP or anything like that, because he didn't turn up. So I'm sure if he would have been there, he probably would have won it if the league told him. So we move on to some free agency. So the free agency starts, I think it is in 4 or 5 days. I've got a few predictions that I'd like to put out there, and I'd love to hear what you guys think, what predictions you've got for the free agency that starts in around 3 or 4 more days. There hasn't been word on where anyone is going to sign. We've been hearing murmurs that Kyrie Irving is going to Brooklyn. We've heard murmurs that KD has been linked to New York, to Brooklyn, but also with his injury, I think that's definitely going to change his decision and the way he makes his decision. I've got about a list of about 11, 12 players on who I think, where I think they're actually going to go. I think I've got KD, Kyrie, Kawhi, Jimmy Butler. News broke today on Bleacher Report that Kawhi Leonard is scheduled to have a meeting with the Los Angeles Clippers, and that's the team I do think he will go to. I definitely do believe that Kawhi Leonard will go to the Clippers. And if he does go there, I do expect a range of players will go there. I think Al Horford's a chance to go to the Clippers. If, in fact, Kawhi Leonard does go there, they'll try and pair him. Because the Clippers, when you think about it, they did take basically a full healthy Golden State Warriors to 6 games. So, interesting with these free agency results coming up. I'll do a few episodes in between free agency because it does go for quite a bit. But, yeah, I'll give you some of my predictions now. So, my first player on the list is Kevin Durant, probably the most sorted out player, even after his Achilles injury. I've got Kevin Durant. I do believe he will go to Brooklyn. And my backup plan, I think he'll stay in Golden State if he does, maybe for 1 more year just to rehab. But I do believe he will be going to Brooklyn. And I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of a murmur that he could be going with Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie Irving's second on the list. I've got Kyrie going to Brooklyn as well. I generally just believe this because I think Kyrie and LeBron, not only Kyrie and KD, I not only want to play together for a long time. They're really good friends, and we know what Kyrie can do. Yes, he did struggle this year with Boston, but genuinely believe that them two will end up in Brooklyn. So we move on to Kawhi. I did speak about it a bit earlier that he was not murmuring, but he is having a meeting with the Clippers. I've put the Clippers down next to Kawhi Leonard. I do believe the Clippers are a massive, massive chance to sign Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, he before the trade to Toronto, we all knew he did want to go to. He did want to end up with a Los Angeles team. I'm pretty sure he requested a trade to the Lakers. That didn't go through because Coach Pop. But so I've got Kawhi Leonard with the Clippers. I do believe that he's got his championship with the Toronto Raptors. I do believe he will move on and join the Los Angeles Clippers, probably on like a 5-year deal, 4-year deal, and he will get paid. Jimmy Butler's next on the list. I think Jimmy Butler's going to be sorted after. I've been hearing rumors that he could actually go to Indiana with Victor Oladipo. I don't really see that happening. I do think he will stay in Philly. I just think that what him, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid are going to build there, I do believe that even if they do manage to sign Tobias Harris, I think they're going to build something really special there, and do think that Jimmy Butler will stay in Philly. So we move on to Kemba Walker. I've gone with a little bit of just a crazy pick here. I think Kemba will leave Charlotte. I don't think he'll go to the Lakers. I believe he'll go to the New York Knicks. I do believe New York will get one big free agent, or even possibly 2 if Tobias Harris decides to leave. I think they will go after him. I definitely believe Kemba Walker may end up in New York if Charlotte don't actually pay him, because there is rumors that Charlotte aren't going to give him the full max deal. So I've got Kemba Walker going to the Knicks in just a crazy prediction. Klay Thompson, just a real short one. I've got Klay staying with Golden State. I don't think Klay will leave even after tearing his ACL. I do think Klay Thompson will stay with the Golden State Warriors, and I'm sure Golden State are going to be a tough team in the future. So I've got Al Horford and Chris Middleton. I've got them both staying with the Boston and Milwaukee, with the exception of Al Horford. If there is a little bit of a chance, I think he could end up on a contender such as the Clippers if they do end up signing Kawhi Leonard or even another big name such as DeMarcus Cousins. I think Chris Middleton will stay with Milwaukee, and they're going to run it back, have another crack at the NBA championship, just coming off the back of Giannis winning the Most Valuable Player award. And we move on to DeMarcus Cousins. I've actually got no idea where DeMarcus will sign. I heard that he is considering staying in Golden State, but no idea where DeMarcus will go. I'm really interested to see where he ends up. And my final one on the list, who I wanted to predict, was D'Angelo Russell. And I've gone a bit left field as well, just like my Kemba pick. If Brooklyn do go ahead and get KD, or even get Kyrie, I think D'Lo is a massive chance to return to the Lakers. I know the Lakers are having talks. I'm pretty sure they will be having talks with him. So I do think that D'Angelo Russell could end up on the Lakers if there is a chance that he actually can. I don't know if they'll bring him back, but if there is a chance, I think he's a massive chance to end up on the Lakers. So I thought I'd just finish with just discussing and just trying to get your guys' opinion on this whole Rockets turmoil that's happening. We've been hearing rumors that James Harden requested a trade. Chris Paul demanded a trade. Then we're hearing rumors that Chris Paul didn't demand a trade. We got this story from, I'm not too sure, there might have been Bleacher, that Harden actually went to the general manager and said it's either him or me. So he demanded that it's either trade him or trade Chris Paul. He can't play with him. But then Chris Paul at one of the events, I think it was 2 days ago, said that he never demanded a trade and he was happy with Houston. He didn't want to leave Houston. And I think if Houston do run it back, considering Golden State are out of the picture in the West for now, Houston are a massive chance to make a splash in the NBA and in the NBA playoffs. And they have every single time they've got to the playoffs the last 2 years. James Harden and Chris Paul, they've fell short to the Golden State Warriors due to injuries. I'm not too sure what happened this year, but apparently Chris Paul was fed up with James Harden just holding onto the ball, not passing it at the last minute, not getting his teammates involved. And I think Chris Paul was fed up. They had an exchange after Game 6 when they were knocked out by Golden State. But I'm really, really interested to see what actually happens there. Are they actually? Is it real? Will Chris Paul be traded? And I'm not too sure Chris Paul can be traded with the contract he has. He has like a $130 million contract over the next 4 years. So not a lot of teams are going to really rush for that. Not a lot of teams are really going to go after it. But I guess we'll find out and see. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick episode, this little my web series that I've got going on. If this interests you in any way, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Just going to be talking everything NBA. Not really editing here, just everything just raw off the just general discussion. So we had the NBA awards tonight. We NBA free agency is about to heat up, and then we've got everything coming out of Houston. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm sure I'll see you in the next video.